what you out here doing? I'm watching this Wendy Williams documentary, and it is just a clusterfuck of nonsense, okay, that she got going on. Because it really shows that how far, we as black people have been conditioned to chase money and find the validation and the importance to do so, okay? To the point where, like, she's lived her whole life and found validation through this and only found importance to chase this and have money to the point to where now that she has to scale back and take care of herself, it's causing this conflict because like she low key is so depressed that she really don't want to be here and don't want to live. And like she thinks in her mind that the only way that she can give her son this money is to not be here. If that's even true. I don't know like what type of contract that she signed or what is going on. But like that's on one hand, but then on the other hand, she like doesn't want anything to do with her family because they won't enable her drinking. So she's using the network that she used to work at. I believe that she must have signed some fucking contract with this network of some sort. I think that they knew that she had a history of addiction, like she was a cocaine addict. And in order for them to proceed forward with doing business with her to protect their investment, they had to have made some type of conditions in which she would be able to continue and access like capital and things like that when you're doing business. So like, because if you notice when she first did that documentary, she was blaming Suzanne. And I think Suzanne, she the one that came out and said that wasn't necessarily true. But like, it's something with the network, okay, that is like blocking her and, accusing her of scrupulous actions when it comes down to the accounts because they know the type of circle that Wendy has around her, especially since, she divorced her husband, who literally was responsible for her being on time for work and, not being drunk. And like, she even credits him. I've heard her credit him as far as like getting her like together and getting her sober, at some point in her life. Once he left and started having kids outside of, the marriage or whatever, probably because she was emotionally unavailable due to her drinking. They divorced, he had children out of the relationship, that caused her to further, sink down into depression and, be on the slippery slope. But it just saddens me, that she's lived this entire life and has given so much to have access to fame and access to wealth and all the things that validate her that really don't matter because like if you listen to her son, he's saying like I just want my mom, I just want her healthy, I just want her present and clear-minded and just here. And that's not what she values. What she values, she's continually doing the work, which is why we experience in this documentary. This is her doing the work. They have all this footage of her trying to get some type of podcast deal, okay? And then they drop this as it's given that they drop this as a last means to develop some type of capital because like she's on her final decline, like mentally. I really don't know much about dementia and how it affects people like being alive. I don't know how long you can live with dementia is what I'm saying, but for the bank to be accusing her of nefarious acts, for her to have people around her that allow her to talk to them the way that she talks to them, that's very nefarious. Okay, because there's no accountability, there's no relationship. Like they're there for something, and it's probably the money. For her to be pushed out of bed, pushed into cars, pushed to run and try to chase fame or to try to have access and to try to, get money, to pay the people to enable her be toxic to herself and, drink and smoke and lock herself in rooms and shit like that. Like on some psychological level, I feel like from me observing her that like she feels like that's the only way that's the only thing she has. Like I've given so much, I've given this, I've given that. They've taken away this, they've taken away that. They took away my mama, they took away my husband, they took away the show, they took away, they won't take away my liquor because, I've earned it on some type of level. It's crazy, okay? And she's mean, they won't make me do anything. She's cussing people out, she's being hateful. Like this shit here baby. It is so disgusting, to see. It's almost like, inhumane. And, most people are saying, I was one of these people that was saying, karma, like here it is, you were being so despicable to people all these years. Now, in your decline, we are witnessing, all these terrible things happening to you. At first it was the feet, the lymphedema, and then it was she lost the show, and on some level it was like, okay, karma. But this right here is inhumane. Like, no one, I wouldn't wish this shit on my worst enemy. It would make me cry to witness something like this for my worst enemy. Because it's fucking insane. It's inhumane. Like, the devil must have wrote this shit, for real, for real. Because, like, you are witnessing somebody achieve, what they've strove to achieve for this, entirely for their life, but like let so many things fall to the wayside as a result of not really having self-care or self-esteem. Like, she's insulated herself with her achievements in a way to where she's allowing those achievements to finance people around her, to enable her to her own personal utter fucking demise. And it's crazy and a clusterfuck of TV. Like, I don't even know what the fuck I just watched. Her son, like, to see like people grappling with, the legal system and grappling with the prism of fame, enough to not be able to reach out and touch, somebody that's related to you. Like, motherfuckers, we got to be careful. We got to be careful because, like, this social media shit that we doing, people do have success and fame from doing social media. But, like, you got to be fucking careful for chasing this money the way that you do and allowing things to fall by the wayside. So much so that you don't have people around you to hold you accountable, keep you on track. You don't want to listen to anybody. Here it is, you done worked your ass to the bone to provide and give to your family to the point where you think that, that being toxic and, killing yourself slowly is beneficial in any kind of way. Or, like, it's terrible to see. She need more than prayer. Like, here it is, you say prayers to Wendy. Like, nah, baby. Like, you're like, yeah, pray. But, like, I don't think that that's going to help her. Like, she needs some type of miracle, for real, for real. And, like, whoever put this shit out and whatever kind of, like, deal that y'all broke with Lifetime, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself, for real, for real. I don't know what the fuck going on over there, like, but it ain't right.